Okay, I tried watching the Tough Enough special on the network, and I just couldn't. It's when you're watching that many people, and it's the exact same segments over and over again. It's like, why do you think you're tough enough? And everyone kind of goes through almost a verbatim spiel with each other. I just couldn't handle that one at all. So it was the first episode, so we have 13 people. This week, a lot of it was different sorts of performance drills. The guy that everybody absolutely hates, Tanner, looks like he is an absolute physical dynamo. He showed that he has got cardio and then some. He's got the cardio of like two people. When he was like, I can do twice as much as somebody else. They did a bag drill where pretty much you hit both the ropes, drop down, do push-ups, and essentially body slam a bag. 100-pound bag. Most guys, the average was about 8. I think most that was if you have a bigger guy doing the small wind sprint back and forth, lifting the bag up and slamming it. The weirdest thing was everyone else seemed to go almost a little bit faster, but they gassed out. When you watch Tanner do it, he seemed to have this really good pace. Like he wasn't running back and forth and then doing it. He was keeping a nice brisk enough pace that they didn't say, all right, you're done. But still pick up the bag, still muscling it up. So he showed that he had really great technique when it came to doing something like that. And so they show all of that, and of course there's all of the random drama for sake of drama. If you've ever been part of reality show testing, they actually do a small amount of personality testing to try and make sure you can get some of that conflict, or else it's really dull to watch. That's why Hell's Kitchen and all those sorts of shows, there's always two people that don't get along. They'll keep them there longer because it makes the drama, it makes it work a lot easier. It gets awkward towards the end when they do the live cutoff because they pick 3 names. You are then given pretty much 1 commercial break to do all of your voting to see who stays. It was Josh, big guy, arm covered in tats, long hair, tall dude. He was given 30 seconds and he was like, I didn't show a lot of personality, but I will. Okay, you got 17 more seconds to go. No? Okay. And there was ZZ, straight up Cajun guy. The way he was talking and his mannerisms, my first thought was, you give that guy a little more of a beard, and he is, you team him up with like Harper or Rowan, you put him in with Bray Wyatt, or you cut his hair a little bit more, shave him a little bit more, have him be really clean cut, he can be freaking Bo Dallas's brother. He would fit in perfectly with that group. He's the Gator wrestler. He just screams Cajun. Like, as he's talking, he's like dripping etouffee. Just, there's a lot of personality. He needs more physical building, but great amount of personality. The last one was Hank, who said he was always the hammer, never the nail. Very bland, but big dude in shape. So they come back from commercial. Jericho was like, so who's not tough enough? It was Hank. The guy who seemed kind of bland, but in really good shape. It is kind of, it's an awkward setup, because you can tell when they do the live section, there's Paige, dressed well, like she's going to go out and do something. Hogan, dressed like Hogan. And Daniel Bryan, dressed like he's going to go cut some lumber, which he should do because of all of his injuries. And they asked a couple of questions. The women actually appeared to be in some pretty good shape, which, for a lot of them, when there's that many people, it's hard for everyone to get a little tidbit in here and there. As it gets farther along, you will learn more about the individuals, which is good. Which makes these shows more watchable. So, it was some performance drills with Booker T and Mr. Gunn running through and helping them get through some of the initial performance drills. So it's the coaches pick their bottom 3, so everyone picks 1. And then it's done live at Full Sail Arena. So I guess if you live in that area, you can show up the occasional Saturday, you can watch an NXT taping, or show up there on Tuesday and sit and watch people on stage get eliminated one by one. So, not a bad episode. The first ones are always awkward. Once you get down to less than 10 people, then you at least can spend, once you subtract commercials, you can get about 3 minutes of each person which is kind of all you're going to really get to get a real good understanding until the numbers get much, much lower. So interesting to see how this turns out. They also have a Diva search later on in the year. So hopefully we get somebody who's good. So far, the best we've had is Johnny Mundo. The Miz did well, but he didn't win. So this is a great way to get more talent, but it's not a great way to have the winner of Tough Enough go on to really become anything truly substantial in the WWE.